Sup, folks? This is the first video log with this new phone. And now I gotta relearn how to do basically everything because even though it's still an Android phone, it's completely different from the last one. And there's some deficiencies. There's some pretty major deficiencies that I have found so far, at least particularly pertaining to the camera application, which is what really matters here. First of all, I can't flip the camera while this thing is recording. I mean, I could do this. Like, I can zoom into my face as if you want to see that any bigger. But I can't flip the camera. So anytime I want to show something, I gotta do this. Which is irritating. I do at least have a pause button, so that's nice. The other thing I've noticed about the camera is that the quality of the front and rear cameras are not independent. And what I mean by that is that if you set it to record in 4K with the front camera, like I'm doing now, and expect to flip the camera around 2 weeks from now and record a video in 1080p, 60 FPS, it doesn't work that way. You gotta actually switch it back. You gotta make sure that you switch it back, which is particularly important because I don't have a 4K video workflow right now, although I could make one. My video editor, my new video editor will actually support it. The old one won't, but the new one will, which is good that I have the new video editor because the old video editor doesn't even support the videos that come off this thing at all because it shoots in HEVC. Yeah, I just have white balance and exposure controls. Forget that. Not particularly helpful. As far as projects, same old, same old. Nothing's changed. Might be slightly reorganized, but, you know, that's kind of like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, you know? This is new. I did get this. And I thought somebody had modded. I was actually a little concerned about that, but turns out they didn't. It's just the rest of the battery pack. And I sure hope that someone did not try and dump 12 volts straight into that, because if they did, they fried something, because this is only a 7.2 volt battery. So, and there's corrosion, and I'm sure that there's pissing capacitors all over it. I don't know why I bought it, other than the seller gave me a screaming deal. It was like 50% off on a price that was basically already rock bottom, so was it worth it? I don't know. If I can fix it, maybe. It doesn't have vinegar syndrome on the screen, so that's nice. But, anyway, I think that's it for most of what I want to say in terms of updates. I think the rest of this is just going to be ranting because there's two things that I want to touch on. My last video log, which was uploaded last week, entitled Life with a Phone, which was titled that simply because, I mean, 2 video logs ago it was Life without a phone, and so naturally it made sense. I have a phone now, it's Life with a Phone, right? I don't know if it was that, or if it was just the sun and the moon aligning in the right way, or what, but it ended up getting picked up by The Algorithm, registered trademark. And it ended up on people's front page. Now, it's not the first time that's happened to my videos. It's the first time it's happened on this channel, but it's not the first time that's happened to my videos. And, you know, you can tell. You get the weird comments like, why is this on my recommendations feed? And, you know, that's amusing the first 5 times it happens. And then after that, it's just kind of a cheap shot. Or you get the comments that are like, well, this is a pointless video. Why is it on my recommendations feed? Pointless drivel, congratulations, not really realizing that the purpose of this channel's existence is to, you know, my face on your screen talking into it and giving thoughts. That's kind of what the point is, and if you had 1 iota of sense and actually cared, you'd know that. Did, like, 1 iota of research. In fact, not even 1 iota. You didn't even really have to do an entire iota of research. But people are too retarded in this day and age to do that. And yes, it's what I said. And yes, it's what I meant. And then, of course, you get the comments that are like, well, whose dick did you suck in order to get this on my feed? Which, yeah, I got news for you, bub. I don't care for your opinion, and the same goes for basically anybody else that wants to go down that road. I don't care about your opinion. It doesn't matter here. What matters here is my opinion, because it's my channel, it's my video. I'll do whatever the hell I want. You know, obviously within reason. I'm not going to break the law or anything like that. But at least when it comes down to the content of the video and what I talk about, my opinion. Mine's the only one that matters. So, if you think the video is crap, that's fine. You're entitled to that opinion of yours. But it's not a fact. And it's also not universally shared. And it is also not something I care to hear about. If you don't like the video, then fine. Fuck off. That's all you gotta do. Just go away. Very easy. You just click on something else. Or you just don't click on the thing in the first place. So, sorry to say, it's the first video on this channel I've ever had to turn comment moderation on. It's first, I guess there's a first time for everything. But that was ridiculous. Like, I couldn't believe that. And I'm still getting comments about it, too. Like, at least as I'm making this right now. Like, oh, this is a random recommendation. Why is this on my feed? Blah, 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 blah. And it's, the insinuation that I somehow have something to do with it is a little cute. That some people definitely insinuated, and don't tell me they didn't, because you are wrong on the internet if you think they didn't. I know that YouTube has got this thing now that you can click on where it's like, oh, your video could get promoting. You can promote your own videos. I don't believe in that kind, because I don't think a video should need to be promoted. If it's a good video, people should just naturally be able to find it. But I guess the few have ruined it for the many. And now anytime something ends up on the front page of someone's feed that they may consider odd, that must be the reason why. I don't know. But I found it kind of ridiculous that A, people implied that it's my fault that my face is on their feed, and B, that somehow gave them the right to call the video crap without offering any useful anything for that reason. It's the same reason why I think that dislikes are dumb. You know, if you're going to dislike a video, you should be forced to leave a comment explaining why. Like, at least that'd be a little bit more useful. Maybe that's why they don't show dislikes on videos anymore, but there you go. It'd be interesting to see how this particular video log does. If it ends up getting picked up. I don't think it will. It'll probably do just the same usual that they always do. So I don't expect miracles. The other thing I want to talk about, because this happened, and I still cannot believe that this actually happened. I don't know what kind of brain-dead monkey fucks they employ at the eBay Global Shipping Center, but my God. Again, like I said, I don't know how this happened. So, like a month and a half ago, I don't know now when it actually was purchased, but I had bought a CompuAdd 486 computer for, you know, a good price for what it was, considering that vintage computers tend to fetch a pretty penny now. It was a good price. And it was shipped pretty promptly, and it got to the Global Shipping Center pretty promptly. At about the beginning of May, it is, as I'm recording this, the end of May, and then dropped off the face of the earth. Now, I had never seen that before. Like, I've seen things drop off the face of the earth before getting shipped. I have seen things drop off the face of the earth before they get to the Global Shipping Center. I have seen last mile carriers drop things off the face of the earth. I've seen all of these things happen before. But the shock to me is that something that ends up at their center, where it's supposed to be entrusted in their care, disappeared. How does that happen? Well, I found out how that happened. It didn't disappear. It got sent to some dude in some random other country. You can't make this stuff up. Like, seriously. I don't know who asked for your opinion, but, I don't think it's valuable. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, it ended up in some other country. The seller sent me a message and was like, some other random guy got your thing and sent me pictures that, yeah, they've got the thing. And apparently, eBay is not going to right their wrong on that one and give me the item that I want, that I bought with my money and wanted, because obviously I spent my money on it. Now, I got a refund, which is fine, you know, all well and good and whatever, so at least no harm done there, but like, I want the item. Okay, you can fuck off with that goddamn horn before I take it off your car and shove it up your ass. Jesus Christ. Wonder if they can hear me, and that's why they're doing it still. Ugh. Where was I going? Oh, yeah, it ended up somewhere else. They're not going to right their wrong. They just decided, nope, it's there now. So I bet you what's going to happen is it's going to get thrown in the trash in some third world country somewhere in Europe or whatever, or in Mexico or something. So perfectly good 486 computer that would have been nice to have. Probably never going to find another one again. Destroyed because the brain dead monkey fucks that they employ at the eBay Global Shipping Center can't do their fucking job. Oh boy. Like, it's amazing how bad it really is, and all the horror stories that you hear, that this program's been around for how many years and they still can't get it right. Yes, I know, oh, it's 1 in a million or whatever it is. It should be 0. And that should never happen. Never happen. It's just negligence. It's pure negligence. Someone not doing the job. That's all it is. And again, you can't convince me otherwise. It's just someone not doing their job. So, that sucked. At least I got my money back, but I would have liked the item. So, I guess it's just not meant to be. I guess I'll never own one. It's not really what I wanted anyway. What I actually wanted was one of the NEC V20 units, but good luck finding one of those. There are some others. I did take a chance. I ended up getting another one. The price wasn't as good, although the shipping was less, so I think it worked out to about even. But, not great. That really wasn't that great. Hopefully it gets here, but I won't be surprised if it doesn't. It's the same thing with this also kind of blows my mind. Apparently the Global Shipping Center is not open on weekends. And, okay, fair enough, you don't have people there to process packages on weekends, but someone should be there for delivery. Because, you know, delivery happens on Saturdays now. All of the major carriers do Saturday delivery. So, to not be available on a Saturday is just nuts. It is absolutely nuts. But I guess they're not. So I started to get a little bit concerned because USPS tried to deliver it to the GSP on Saturday and couldn't do it. So then they were like, oh, it'll be the next business day. And then it set up the next business day for like 4 business days. Well, 3. Today's Wednesday. It still says delivery will be next business day, but it looks like it actually got there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it shows up. But again, won't be too shocked if it doesn't. It'll probably end up in Nepal or something. Good job on the quality control, guys. Doing a good job. America. Gotta throw in a dig at the USA somewhere in there, right? Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Not everything they touch turns to shit. But it seems like a lot of the stuff that they're touching these days does. Anyway, I say it every time. I gotta sell that stupid thing right there and then get rid of all that e-waste junk that's back there. It's gotta go. I might take a picture of it and just list it and say, someone come pick this crap up. So, anyway. Now, the reason why I say that is I'm going to have to, because those patio stones, I believe, are going to be removed and move back over to where the patio used to be. So, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but I guess first and foremost, we'll see how this video does and if it gets picked up by the algorithm.